And I think it's worth noting that I believe I don't know if megakyle's taken a single loss in the tournament at all.
No, he hasn't.
Not even in the group stage. Yeah, he went 2-0 against Resisting Frame was his first match. He actually took out Kame Senen to the loser side of the group stage.
Yeah, that was a 2-1. He lost one game there, but he did not lose the match. I don't think he's touched a loser's bracket.
No. In the first, he's been winning ever since that loss, and he's been practicing steadily every day. But so is StuffnThings.
Yeah, but arguably, yeah, on the other side, StuffnThings has been the only competitor to give Metalo a loss, which was in the group stage of the bracket as well. He did, StuffnThings did take a loss to Squidman in that group stage, but yeah, they're both here. Final bracket, both winners side. So, winners quarterfinals. Winner of this will go into winners finals to be guaranteed a top 3 spot in the tournament.
And we have both our competitors here picked Quickman. We're
Yep.
probably going to see a lot of similarities, I think, with how they go through their stages.
More than likely. I don't know if either one of them has different rules for deciding when to do a certain stage, but usually it's by getting a certain item, so wherever the items are locked to will probably determine their routes a little bit. But we can see here megakyle's already got himself a little bit of a lead. It looked like StuffnThings was maybe fishing for some health earlier when the bird droppings were about. But
I'd say
they're not too far. They're not too far apart at this point, though. I mean, anything could go wrong in this boss fight here, and we got so many stages ahead of us.
And we got Flashman for boss here on Quickman stage.
Feels oddly appropriate.
It does, but though this Flashman looks a little lazy.
Yeah, he's a little jumpy. He's more of like a Mario man than a Flash man.
Either that, or you could say this Quickman has forgot to throw his boomerangs today, and he brought his flash on instead.
And megakyle has taken him out, and there we go. StuffnThings got him down too now.
Now, do you think the stage layout has something to do with whether or not he's going to run or jump that much more?
No, it's more with just whatever his AI is. He isn't really smart enough to detect the stage layout, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed if you have Crashman there, he has a tendency to run through the floors.
Exactly, that's part of what I mean. He's not really smart, and none of them are really smart enough to know what's in front of them.
And here we go with Flashman. I'm sort of wondering when it will, I guess, diverge. Or how often they're...
Sorry.
No, I was saying, just watching both their races, they do have a very similar style and method for how they choose their boards.
Yeah, absolutely. The first two that they're picking, Quick and Flash, I believe they're picking them because they're fairly quick. There's not much of an advantage to having item 1, 2, or 3 in the stages, and both stages also have an E-tank that you can grab, which is incredibly important for the randomizer, because you never know what's ahead, but you know you don't want to die to it, so it's always advisable to go ahead and just eat an E-tank rather than eating a death.
Of course, we have the Crabolas in the end of this area, so...
Naturally. megakyle, unfortunately, does not get the E-tank. StuffnThings is taking his time a little bit here, but he did make it over to it. It's going to cost him a little bit of time, but having that extra E-tank could be a decider later on down the road here. And we find Quickman in the Flash stage. You know, this is randomized, but is it randomized?
I think they just, had a discussion beforehand and decided to swap stages.
Yeah. They didn't even dress up as each other. They can't get away with this.
Yeah, you could arguably say that Flashman brought the quick rooms to his room. Oh, and it looks like our runners are going to find item 1 behind Flashman's room. And megakyle sees that, and he goes straight to Woodman's stage for third. So that's pretty interesting.
So I guess in this, he's going to attempt to probably do the wood zip.
Most likely. I've seen most of the runners go for it so far.
So here we have our first divergence.
Ooh. Bubble stage, eh? And it is
I know in vanilla, bubble stage is actually usually the first stage I'll pick. That or metal. To me, it's always been the easier stages.
Bubble stage looks like the falls are made of beer this time. Kinda digging that.
Somewhere.
You know, somebody could say something else.
I didn't,
it could
though.
be orange Fanta.
We've seen actually a lot of the orange Fanta too, and that's another one I've seen commonly. And then there's like I guess oil or whatever, because we get black water sometimes.
Here's the bubble zip that StuffnThings is successfully taken off.
Yep.
Yeah, and megakyle on the other hand did not go through, but he just went in, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, go ahead and get wood out of the way. Wood is one of the longer stages. Some people like to go for it. Other people don't. It's, I guess, the safer route, but it does cost maybe like 10 more seconds, is to not go. So, yeah, skips it. Not a bad idea. Especially in a race. I mean, you got StuffnThings. megakyle knows that his competitor is really good, so I mean.
I was gonna say, megakyle knows that this is gonna be his most challenging race yet.
Yeah, so he's gonna play it really safe.
Yeah, he's not gonna risk locks.
We find Woodman on the bubble stage.
Now watch, we end up finding Bubble on Wood stage, and we'll really just have swapping here.
All the Robot Masters just shook hands and decided to swap stages. Oh man!
Oh, and a girl calls it.
Oh, that's great.
And look, he's the color of urine. No.
There's there was a mix-up at the Wiley factory today. Dr. Wiley was making his robots.
He did. Dr. Wiley knew who was racing him today and decided we already know, and analyzed the computer configuration for who's going to take what stages.
Ooh, stationary item 1, so Kyle actually made a really good call, even better than we thought, on not going for the good wood zip.
And now, I guess maybe I might have missed that, but did Kyle check the item 1 to see how that...
I don't think he did. I think he just kind of lucked out and guessed that it would be, or just didn't go for it for safety reasons, whatever the case may be, but whether he knows it or not, it was a good call.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't see him check it. I think he just skipped right over it.
Is this Toxic Seahorse stage we're listening to here?
Ask Creed. Where's Creed at? Yo, Creed, where you at?
No, no Creed today.
That's our Randomizer.
The regular commentators decided to take a day off. So while I'm generally good at picking songs, but there are still a lot of games in the NES library that I missed out on. Alright, so now we get to see who's the Robot Master for Metal.
Yeah.
Any suggestions?
No.
Oh.
I'm guessing Heat.
It's gonna be Heat, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be Heat. That's my guess. Final answer. Slow burn Heat. Although he's not moving too slow, but he's not moving too far. Now, the Metal, or I guess the Robot Master themselves wouldn't be affected by the conveyor belt here, would it? No. No, it doesn't apply physics to them for whatever reason.
And StuffnThings here is gonna find item 2. So we'll see how he goes. He's gonna go ahead and go to wood stage with item 2. As Kyle defeats Bubble Man stage.
Runners are pretty neck and neck as we assumed they would be at this point. Now, Kyle does have wood stage already completed, which is a longer stage. but there's still crash and heat, which are both arguably a huge pain sometimes.
Especially depending on who decides, or especially if there's the fan guys there. They have a no mercy policy. And here we see megakyle and StuffnThings swap boards again. So now we have megakyle doing metal and StuffnThings doing wood. And a reverse leaf shield? Is that what we have here?
Yeah, it looked like it. Oh,
Yeah, it did.
find out for sure here. Yep.
Yep, it's reversed horizontally. Not sure about vertically yet, but chances are. I've noticed a lot of us tend to just assume it's inverted because it happens so much.
And these guys are both about mid-stage, 4 robot masters down, so it's safe to assume that they're pretty close in the race so far. And you'll see a lot of this in the, especially in the top half of the bracket, where runners are pretty much neck and neck. And yeah, Kyle's having to deal with this mole section here, StuffnThings has already went through. We'll see if he skips the E-Tank. I personally probably would. I mean, it is a race. But, oh man, this gap with these moles right here.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
I don't even think item 1... well,
it did it alright. Got him off the screen, which gave him a safe spot there, and he definitely cleared enough distance. Even if he would have gotten hit, he would have been fine. Very smart move there by megakyle.
Oh, those drills are evil.
Well, they are, but you can tell he's encountered them there before. This is not his first rodeo.
No, I've like I said, I've known that megakyle probably does at least 5 to 10 rando practices a day. So he's prepared himself for any and every scenario, and I think StuffnThings is on board with a similar practice layout.
Yeah, they both definitely have their regimes all established. megakyle, I can't help but commend him for sticking to it so steadily and so long. I mean, he like you said, he really plays a lot of randomizer. Me, I don't have the patience. I can't play that much randomizer. My controller will not survive it. but Stuffin, he plays some other things, but he definitely gets a good amount of rando practice in too. I mean, these guys, as you can see, they're pretty well matched.
Yeah, I think they both want the title of winner for this. And their training regimens kind of show that. Oh no! StuffnThings taking a death here on air. As we finally get back, and megakyle doing the simple thing of just using item 2 and skipping through the hard parts.
Yeah, it's always a fun air stage when you have Metroids and Shrimps, but then they just decided to throw Sniper Joe in the mix just for the fun of it, I guess. But our competitors here, they are making their way through pretty steady. Not too bad at all.
Yeah, but this does give megakyle that pinch of a lead. But that's just going, like I said, incidents and accidents can happen at any point in the next 2 stages after this.
Alright, yeah, that was a pretty unfortunate death from megakyle, and I'm interested to see, or curious more or less to see why StuffnThings hasn't used item 2 across maybe one of these big old gaps here in air stage. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of hits, especially on the second one, so it's more risky to do it on the second one. I kind of go for that risk though, personally. Some people do it on the first one. There are big pits there too. I mean, it's first screen versus second screen. It is worth using it to save that little bit of time. But Yeah, that one unfortunate death and not using the item too is going to put megakyle ahead just ever so slightly.
Yeah, it's taking it slow and steady. Gave StuffnThings that momentary catch up. They're basically probably both gonna try Heatman together.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I wouldn't see why would they go for Crash first, not having item 3. But perhaps they would. I don't know.
I don't know.
Just
Here's a divergence.
Yeah, usually
stuff went to Crash. So.
Usually items 1 and 2 are the determining factor for going to Heat for a lot of people, or at least item 2 if nothing else. But
I have to give Duckfist mad props with his music selections here. You would never think that it all works so well with Mega Man.
But it really does, though.
Oh yeah.
Now, I have to say, as a person who played Vanilla a lot, I used to use the music a lot to time my jumps, especially in Heatman's stage. So, it must be another hurdle for you guys to just have to overcome to not have that music.
I honestly didn't notice such problems, but I will say, in the vanilla game on Quick Stage, I used to time my jumps in the darkness to the music. But we don't have the darkness in the randomizer, so it actually never even occurred to me that was different in this.
Yeah, I'm sure as our watchers notice, there are slight manipulations to the stage. We generally say that the layout for the stage is the same, but you'll notice small things like an Airman stage where we don't have the flying guys anymore, or in Bubble stage where we don't have the giant fish.
The giant fish, yeah. There's a few things that have definitely changed, and a lot of it's probably for the better, to be honest, because
oh yeah, the nightmare that these things.
So
imagine the fish spouting all types of random things, some Sniper Joes.
Looks like Leaf Shield is inverted vertically as well.
Ah, okay.
I saw StuffnThings trying to go up the ladder and shooting the wood, or the leaf down. I swear I know the English language.
Yeah, and megakyle finishes Heat stage, so you won't see item 3 in there. It must be locked in Crash, so StuffnThings will find it. And assuming since he has it, I'm sure he'll probably end up going for the zip stage, and that's probably where I would have done it as well. I probably would have Crash first and then Heat, just to look for item 3 first. But yeah. Oh man, Kyle trying the.
I was about to say.
One.
Even with a stationary, or did he just not recognize off the bat that it was stationary?
You can definitely do it stationary. I'll say I don't know who exactly came up with it, but I know Kumba definitely made it popular, so to speak, and some other people go for it as well. Myself included.
StuffnThings. Yeah. Better to be safe than sorry. Would never have known whether that Airman was going to face him or not.
that was the real struggle there. Airman was coming back to that side of the screen, and you don't really know the first couple of cycles just where he's going to land, and taking a body shot at that point would have killed him. So it was definitely a smart move to eat the E-Tank. It's just, it always feels bad when you take the E-Tank and then don't take any damage. Even though it's faster than taking it and taking damage, it still feels bad.
So these guys switch places. Kyle's pretty much almost done with his climb. So I'd say he probably has a slight lead going into the Wily stage.
Yeah, Kyle's got a little bit of a lead here. We'll know how much once Stuffin gets into the Wily stages. But, you know, we still got Wily 4 coming up, the Great Decider.
Oh, yeah. Well, even the dragon.
Oh god,
you know,
the dragon. Oh,
the
don't even get me started on the dragon.
It's amazing what'll end up stumping somebody when it comes to that dragon.
See, and as soon as I said megakyle had a lead, he ran into some problems, and makes me think it's more tied than I thought it was.
Well, here's StuffnThings doing the heat zip.
Yeah, making up a little bit of time there. And plenty of item 2 for this, and he places it fairly far forward too, which means he can ride it a little bit further.
Yeah, they should get to about the boss door about the same time. As they're both pretty much one screen away.
Yep. We get to watch both these bosses in tandem with each other. This is gonna be definitely a very interesting race.
When StuffnThings finds Dumb Crash, I'd say Dumb Crash, but he wasn't so dumb. I mean, he did throw something at him.
Well, it looks like that lead Kyle had might be disappearing a little bit, but StuffnThings is also going to have a slightly longer weapon get screen, I believe. Oh wait, no. Kyle's going to have the longer one because item 3 was locked there, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's great. That's correct.
Yeah.
That's great. That's not great, but
That's
that is correct. And yeah,
so we've got like a 4-second difference here, something like that. Between our runners.
About 5 or 6.
Yeah, we can definitely tell by the time he actually drops in the stage. We can see. So
yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with here. 21:30. 21:36 and a half. So
Yeah.
that's 6.5 seconds between them. Not a very large gap at all. It only looks like it when they're just beginning a stage. It's not though. I mean, if StuffnThings takes 2 hits that megakyle doesn't, that could be it right there. That could be the difference.
yeah, and speaking of differences, there is a difference coming up in this stage where the dragon at the end of the stage has different colors, and a lot of people like to guess the colors. So I mean, if you guys want to do that, I guess that's cool.
Let's see. I usually get at least one of the colors right. I'm gonna kind of almost go. I feel like I should go Creed and not Creed, Freako, and say Barbie colors.
Well, thank goodness you didn't say one of those Yu-Gi-Oh colors, because those dragons don't exist in this game, and everybody keeps guessing.
Rainbow dragon.
I'm gonna say purple and pink.
I'm going vanilla. Vanilla
Yeah,
dragon.
purple, pink, and lime green. Yeah, those are my colors for the dragon.
Crash weakness.
Oh, right, weaknesses. Quick. I'm gonna go quick.
Well, let me guess a color. I'm gonna say yellow and heat.
Let's see, where's this dragon? Come on, dragon.
Ooh.
Oh, orange and
Close.
mint green.
Close enough. We'll give you that one, Charlie boy.
Well, orange. I believe.
I jinxed myself this time. At least I didn't jinx the runners. No quick.
Ooh, we got that crash weakness on megakyle's side. Quick to find that.
Ooh.
Oh,
You called crash, didn't you?
I did indeed. It certainly paid to start off on the second page in the menu there this time.
Yeah,
Still,
And they
still,
both finish within seconds of each other. Absolutely no problem. Easy peasy.
yeah, they still got about 5 seconds between them. StuffnThings, I don't know how he maintained that gap since he was fishing for the weapons for a while there. It felt like nothing was really hitting. megakyle found Crash almost immediately.
Yeah, I will say one of our.
Now,
other
didn't we
commentators-
just listen to this song?
Wily 1 and 2 use the same songs.
Oh,
and then
I
Wily
never
3 and 4
noticed that.
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
and 4 will also use their own same song.
Oh, okay.
I will say it's worth mentioning. One of our other commentators is in the chat. He completely guessed the color and weakness of the dragon. He said orange and crash.
Did he? Did he?
which is not an easy thing to do. So, good stuff, man.
This almost seems like a seed right up your alley. I haven't seen many weaknesses to Buster here for you, Kami.
No, not at all. And looks like StuffnThings found the crash wall weakness here. I believe that was Quick that he was using there.
Yeah,
Yep,
and actually
Quick.
stopping for that actually ended up costing a little bit of time. Kyle, I mean, I think Kyle's had a slight lead anyway coming from the second, but
Yeah, Kyle was a little bit ahead anyway coming into this stage, and, you know, whatever time was just spent figuring out the crash wall weakness, it may make up some time during the Boo Bean fight, but it's not a guarantee, unfortunately.
And we are fishing for weaknesses for Pico Pico. And it's Quick! With a hot pink Pico Pico.
yeah, it looks like it takes quite a few shots, so Megakyle's looking for something that's a little easier to deal with, but yeah, he's
And StuffnThings finds Pea Shooter. I wonder if the Pea Shooter or the Quick might give him just a slight little advantage.
Yeah, it looks like it takes at least 3 shots with the Buster.
Yeah, but the arc in the Quick might end up being, yeah. The arc in the Quick was just that little bit of... It was, I think both of them were 3.
Yeah, finding the Buster definitely put StuffnThings into the lead here. So he got to make up any little bit of time he lost against the Dragon.
Yeah, he still maintains his 5-6 second lead.
Yeah, StuffnThings dropping in at 50, and then Kyle's going to be dropping in at 55.
And listening to that wonderfully familiar Mega Man 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, this is the wrong stage for Flash.
I was gonna say.
Looks like we got drills above the water here on Wily 3. One of the most fun enemies to encounter. You can stay in the water and end up pretty safe. It's very rare to get hit by them in there. They do travel through it, but very quickly, and they almost don't even have a hitbox for the most part, except on a random glitch.
Define your definition of fun, because I hate seeing those things there.
Well, I play Buster only, so my definition of fun clearly differs from everyone else on the planet. But, you know, it's more like frustrating, I guess, is what it really can be.
I'm only joking, of course.
And here's a Guts tank.
We got a jolly green Guts here. And he is not taking any crap from anything except Bubble. Apparently he's very dirty and he needs to be washed. He is thoroughly cleaned, and StuffnThings now has the lead. I love that these two are just alternating the lead back and forth this entire time.
Mega Kyle here fishing. He finds the bubble.
We promised you fine folks a good race, and luckily we did not curse it so far. But now that I've said it, it's all over.
You had to mention it again.
Blame
Are you trying to be our Freako this time?
Well, he's not here. I mean, somebody's got to do it.
The curse of Wily 4 is upon us.
Ooh,
Here
what
it
a
is.
horrible day for a curse.
Yeah, we're just, I think all 3 of us commentators here are just kind of captivated about what's going on and how close.
Oh
this
yeah,
is.
we're this level itself on Wily 4 is the game changer. So if somebody makes a mistake, that's gonna give the other one that lead.
Yep,
Yeah,
both
Kyle's-
runners here have one job, and that is to just not goof. Just don't goof, and you got this.
Kyle gets the verticals dip from the spike screen on the ascent, and yeah, that's actually going to put him just one screen behind Kyle. Now they're on one screen behind Stuff, and now they're on the same screen. So yeah, And StuffnThings waits for the platform. Kyle does not, but he misses his item one. Oh, that's
Wily, for you rascally devil, you've done it again.
It's you who did it, Kami. How could you do that to Kyle?
Hey, whoa! I said blame Charlie. Right? Didn't you hear that part too? Is it what? The curse was the only part that mattered? Jeez.
Oh, but Kyle, you know, he ended up making that up really, really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's 2 screens behind. Oh, he almost did something.
Alright, so here we go.
Didn't work out.
Fishing for the boobies weakness. Stuff already knowing that the walls were quick, so he just got to find out which one the boobeams are weak against.
Looks like it's gonna be
It's Crash.
Vanilla weakness for the boobs themselves.
You know, if megakyle does that thing where he can just jump straight to the second page, he could make up a decent amount of time. He ran through his death very, very quickly.
Yeah, he did.
But he's also going to have to fish for the wall weakness because he didn't find out what that was.
Right. So, looks like he's doing the old-fashioned start at the second page strat, which really paid off in the dragon fight. But it's not going to do him much good here, unfortunately. But he is working his way from the bottom up, so he's going to find that quick wall weakness here in just a second here. There we go. He's got that down.
Yeah, and also, while that happens, StuffnThings does make it out first to his refight. So, yeah, he's a little ahead. Good stuff to StuffnThings.
megakyle popping the E-tank here, taking quite a few hits from the boo beams while he's fishing for the weakness. Still on the first page, unfortunately, so it's going to be at least a few more seconds here till he finds it. Meanwhile, StuffnThings is already progressing through the refights here on his second one. And megakyle has found the crash weakness. And he attempted a damage transfer there, but didn't quite work out. I think his setup might have been a little slow for it to work out, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's gonna make it out of Wily4 with a little bit more health than StuffnThings. StuffnThings is very close to death when he made it out. But Kyle has just a tad bit more as he goes to his refight.
megakyle doing slow heat first. Now, maybe if he skips some of these health pickups, he might be able to make up the, what is it, 2 boss lead that StuffnThings has?
Well, it's on the trackers, so I think he's more like, what, 6 bosses?
Oh, okay.
Or, well, yeah, something like that. 4 bosses.
Yeah. This'll come down to, StuffnThings having a little bit of extra time to try and figure out whether or not our, Wily machine is gonna end up being weak to Buster, like it almost always for sure is.
Well, there's a 50% chance that the Wily machine will be weak to Buster, or vulnerable to it.
Say 50%. We know it favors the Buster.
It is about 50 for this boss specifically. For the other Wily bosses, it's about 25% chance. And we know they do not typically favor the Buster, especially when I'm playing. StuffnThings takes down the machine, no sweat,
There's a 100%
no muss, no
chance
fuss.
it is 50%.
So I guess it's time to play the next round of our guessing game here to guess the color and weakness of the alien as we quickly approach it running down Victory Road here.
I'm guessing purple and green. I think the aliens like those colors.
I'm going red and yellow. Christmas alien.
Christmas alien.
Buster weakness.
Wouldn't red and green be a Christmas alien? Isn't
that what I said?
You said red and yellow.
Oh, well then I don't know my colors. Red and yellow, Buster weak.
I'm not going for Buster Week. I'm gonna go for... Let's try Heat. We haven't done that in a long time.
I did actually mean to say green, but I said yellow because what was in my hand was yellow.
And we got a blue and green alien, or I guess it's cyan and mint. Is that what we're gonna call it?
Something like that. Oh, he's weak to metal. I was right about that.
Oh, this is gonna be... Well, yeah, it's still gonna be a very quick alien bout. This was a very, very, very close race.
StuffnThings has wrapped it up with an official SRL time of 35 minutes and 40 seconds. megakyle coming up to the alien right now to wrap up race 1 of our match here. Our first quarterfinals match of the winner's bracket.
Yeah, definitely good stuff to StuffnThings. He actually improved his personal best race time there by...
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it says by 42 seconds. He had a 36.22 and now he's got 35.40. So, good stuff to StuffnThings.
So, while we're at the intermissionary level, waiting for megakyle to finish his bout, why don't we talk about what happens with the loser of the match?
Well, the loser of this match is going to end up in losers round 3, I believe, on the in match 18, I guess it would be, according to the challenge bracket here. But they do not at this point have an opponent determined for them, whoever they are that ends up in there. So that race will be a little while till we get to it, unfortunately. megakyle finishes with an official SRL time of 36:55. GG to both runners. Very good race.
Very close race.
Yeah, very close race, and very fun with them flip-flopping back and forth.
We get to have megakyle have the opportunity to redeem himself in this next out, which will be shortly, as we gather up a seed for him. So we're waiting for basically the races from Mad Mega X31 and Daggett, or LV Creed and Charlie Boy, one of our other commentators here, to do their races to find out which one of these two racers will end up facing them.
I can 100% tell you it's not.
You can't, you know, when you think negative, you're gonna be negative. You never know if LV Creed didn't take his coffee that morning or afternoon.
No, I meant I'm winning. Is what I meant.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard otherwise.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm so bad at those. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna beat him. Just kidding. Probably gonna lose. No, I'm gonna win. Who knows? You're gonna have to tune into that race, which is actually happening tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
we get a good race tomorrow against Charlie Boy and LV Creed.
No, that's gonna be a bad race. This is a good race.
And this is a great race.
Tomorrow's gonna be a slaughter. There's a little bit of a difference. But yeah, you can tune into that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not sure the Speed Gaming channel just yet. Perhaps maybe we'll have it by the end of the race, and if not, yeah, then you just have to look for it.
And then the other race is Mad Mega versus Daggett. In which case, you know, Daggett got into the losers brackets from megakyle. So that could almost be an interesting thing if that ended up going all the way and have a rematch against the two.
Yeah, I mean, Daggett is actually one of the guys who has improved the most, in my opinion. And Mad Mega X, he's going to be one of the veterans of the series of Randomizer and just the series in general, I believe, as one of the veteran speedrunners. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see the young buck versus the old wise master.
Sensei versus student. Those always end up being a good matchup. I love reading the stories of the NES games. Unfortunately, this one starts out telling you Metroid, and it says defeat the Metroid. But it's sometimes funny to try and guess what game these stories come from. How come we don't have any Metroid music in this? How many songs did Duckfuss put in here? 170?
I'm not too sure about the number count of the songs, but I can tell you it does have some sound font of the games. So if the games are compatible, then it might or might not end up making it one day. I know
Duckfuss yesterday said he couldn't get any Castlevania tracks in here.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a Konami game. Different music director, I think, and different font. The way the game works and all sorts of different stuff. I know he's got I think a few Capcom titles in here, like Bionic Commando.
Yeah, Legendary Wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a Capcom title, but it might be.
So here we go.
That's more than likely why it's.
Go ahead.
Legendary Wings is actually a Capcom title.
Nice. Makes sense. It makes sense.
So we're about to start round 2 of StuffnThings and megakyle.
With a lovely Metroid seed here.
Yeah, with a lovely Metroid seed. Be nice if a lot of Metroids were incorporated in the seed. So megakyle, I guess knowing now that he lost the previous race, do you think he's going to end up taking this one risky, or do you think he's going to end up...
I think he's still going to be ending up playing as safe as he can, because like it was mentioned in the first race there, these guys pretty evenly matched. They both know that too. They're definitely going to be looking for safe strats, in my opinion, as opposed to any of the riskier things. They could make up some time with some risky stuff, but they could also lose way more than they stand to gain, and I think that's the biggest fear for these guys here.
Yeah.